Good day, guys. This is Josh, and today I'm going to talk about Watson and how to use her and all of her abilities. Give you guys some insights that has helped me become a better player. I think I've quite mastered her skill set and how to win games. And in this particular match, I'm going to just show you guys a gameplay where I got over 2K. I got the 2K badge with her. Got 8 kills. I think I got 9, but the video cuts off. But it's going to show you guys through progression how I use her in different scenarios, which is going to give you guys some cool tips and how to actually go from rookie to master very quickly. Again, there's more that I could talk about her, but I think this video will give you guys some cool insights. But yeah, if you guys haven't done so, please subscribe, like, comment below. Please tell me what do you like about Watson, and if there's any other characters you guys would like me to cover. So yeah, let's get to it and let's go over Watson and her abilities. Watson, tip number 1 is understanding the basics of the character. She has 3 abilities. The passive being when you pick up accelerants, you use it, it fully charges your ultimate. The second abilities are tactical, which is placing fences. She has about 12 that she can place, but you can only do 4 in increments. Unless you have your ultimate, you can pretty much charge up your tactical very quickly and place all 12. The last one is the ultimate, which is the interception pylon. That guy right there is basically a device that blocks all missiles from whether it's Bangalore or Gibby, and also grenades, but also recharges your teammates' shields. So it serves as a way to kind of heal up your shields and stay protected while not taking any income damage from grenades or kind of missiles coming down from the sky. So tip number 2 is understanding how to use her tactical ability on placing fences. I always use it as a way to create a barrier or slow down enemies. And in this video, you're going to see how we're walking into a room, we go through a hallway, I place them. That's a great way to slow down people that are on your tail trying to reach you, but also be very careful on where you plant them, because you don't want to put them out in the open field, but more in closed corridors so that it's very difficult for them to get to the other side. So you'll see that in this video and how we place them, but also kind of give you guys some feedback as we go along with this video. So this is the video that I was telling you guys about. I'm walking into a room, grabbing everything I need to, and I'm placing the nodes, which creates the fence. This would be a great way for you guys to slow down people that are chasing you. One, you enter this room, and it's also a great way to actually kind of lock that place down. If, let's say, the circle closes in there, or people are actually trying to come in there from the other side, vice versa. So here is where the next tip will come into play, and we're reaching an area where placing the fences is the appropriate manner and how to do it, and how to actually win and take care of yourself, but also your teammates as well. So we'll get to that video and show you guys how it's done. So with tip number 3, again, it's going over tip number 2, but actually giving you guys a real life example now, a real scenario. This is a great example of how it's a closed corridor and being able to place these fences to either lock in an enemy inside the room, or for you to actually create a wall between you and the enemy, which you guys will see in this video. And it's just great placement, a great example of what I mean about using these fences in areas that are not open, but more for you guys to have a place where you guys can take cover, heal, and kind of game plan on how you guys are going to attack the enemy from the other side. So here we're reaching the enemy. One of our teammates called it out. So what I'm trying to do right now is place the nodes. What you will see is that these nodes need to be placed on a flat surface, nowhere where there's a rock. So that's a good example right there. But what I'm trying to do is lock them in. I do find out that they actually do leave the room before I get to the other side, but now I've created a barrier for me and my teammates to go inside to take cover, and actually, you know, kind of talk to each other in terms of how we're going to attack them. So with tip number 4 is now understanding how to use all your abilities to your full benefit. So now I've placed obviously the fences to block myself in the room, but now I have the ultimate, which is the interception pylon. And if you guys remember, that helps you recharge your shield, but also protects you guys from people throwing hand grenades into the room. So just FYI, I'm using this area to place it down to cover myself, and then also go out to shoot the enemies, which you guys will see in the video. So here I'm placing the ultimate, as you guys can see. Now I'm walking out to actually attack the enemies. Knowing now that I have that ultimate out, I can go back in, recharge, keep attacking the enemy opponent to make sure we take all that damage and that we win. I am telling my teammate to go inside the room, but they're not understanding that. So I'm just trying to take care of business outside while we see these enemies out, just like this one. There we go. We took them out. So now I can go back into the room and recharge my shield. With tip number 5, I really like this tip because you can use your ultimate to recharge your shield, but then also heal up with a med kit. A lot of people don't do this. They just kind of separate each other out. But just know, if you have your ultimate out, make sure if you're healing, you're next to it too, so you can recharge your shield as well, which you'll see in this video right now. Here you're seeing that I'm using the med kit to bring my health back, but I'm also getting close to my ultimate to recharge my shield as well. With tip number 6 is understanding your fences. Like I mentioned earlier, you have a total of 12 fences that you can place. And one of the things that I'm doing is that in this video is trying to protect myself just in case of another enemy flanks from the other side, a third party. So I place my fences inside, and now I have an outside-inside barrier, which makes it very hard for enemies to try to come in and even take out these fences and break them apart, which you guys will see. So it's just a great way to just kind of use your fences appropriately in the right situation and not hold them on and not even use them. So just know you guys have a total of 12. Make sure you place them in a creative way or for you to double protect yourself. So here you're going to see me placing the fences on each side, which is giving me great cover just in case someone tries to throw a grenade to blow out the ones outside. So just kind of create that double-sided shield to protect yourself. Kind of simple and easy, but it does work in close encounters, especially if there's a third-party team coming from another side. So tip number 7 is knowing when to use your abilities appropriately. Here I don't use any of them, but I should have used it to kind of block the team using the zipline if they decided to, which it isn't the case because I have a great supporting cast on my team alongside with myself. But you're going to see as I walk up this ramp, the end of the zipline goes there. I should have placed it there just in case they decided to leave, but I go back into action in terms of trying to take them down because I do see my team taking damage, but they do a really good job on inflicting them as well. And me going back in there, knowing that I have the ultimate, I could have placed it, but I knew that, you know what, we can actually take them down, throw some grenades, give them some damage, and then get my team on the other side to take cover. We do take care of business, but there could have been a great way to place the fences on the other side and then collect them afterwards. But we do take them down, and just knowing your abilities and when to use them is important. So tip number 8, it's very important, especially when the ring starts closing, is knowing how to block your surroundings and how to block enemies from flanking from the backside if they're very silent, or if they're actually trying to go to the next ring closure and you're blocking a mountain pathway, which you guys will see in the video. I actually placed these fences just to kind of slow them down if they saw it from a distance, but it's just a great way to just kind of stay protected at the same time while we approach a high traffic area of kills. And this is where you're going to get a lot of the tips in this room, but just FYI, protect yourself from areas that bring close corridors, because then you can place the fences appropriately and create a wall, as you guys will see. So here you guys are seeing the video. The ring is closing, and I am obviously trying to get out of that area to go into the next ring. But what I do decide is, you know what, let me actually turn around and place the fences just in case there's an enemy coming right now that I don't see. It doesn't happen, but again, it's better to be safe than sorry when someone tries to come in. Number 9 is the best tip, like I keep mentioning on the, I think the second or third tip, is placing your fences to create barriers and making it like a cage match. Wattson, I feel like her ability is just to kind of close them in, lock them down in that spot so that you and your team can take them out. And I like her so much, especially when you have the ultimate, because you can obviously place 12 fences, but when you don't, still use them appropriately and place them in areas that you know that traffic will come in. As in this gameplay, you're going to see we go to the room and I'm placing them to kind of lock that enemy because we know there's enemies inside. And this is where the kills start racking up. So in this gameplay, you guys are seeing that my teammate found the enemies inside the room. My goal here is to place fences. I do have the ultimate, which increases my recharge time very quickly. So what I'm doing is blocking the areas of the doors and kind of creating a lockdown of the enemies, knowing that they're inside and they take out my teammate right now. Tip number 10 is now knowing that your enemies are inside, how we're going to attack, also knowing that your ultimate's there to recharge your shield if you do take damage. Here you're seeing that we actually find the enemies in that corner room. That was the whole point. Now we're going to start inflicting damage while my other teammate comes in and helps with the kills as well. So, now we lock them down. Now we're taking care of business and taking them out. Tip number 11 is, again, understanding your surroundings, staying in place. We know that the ring isn't closing yet, so we're using that room as a area to kind of bring the enemies inside the room. Obviously, we have blocked 2 entry points, but you will see Caustic to actually come in from the area that's not closed in and is actually open, which you do take out in the video. Again, you want to make sure you take cover of your surroundings, even if you have the fences covering the doors. Make sure you keep an eye on those areas because they could blow them out with a grenade. And also with Caustic's ability as well, he can blow those guys out as well. So just make sure you keep an eye out, but make sure you keep an eye on the open door, which you guys will see Caustic coming in with the gas, which I think his intention was to try to blow those fences out, but he doesn't do it. And bam, taken out. So again, this is where it gets a little bit more intense. So tip number 12 is understanding your surroundings, especially when you're in closed rooms or open space, is actually understanding what you have available to either cover, to hide, to kind of throw off your enemies, which you guys will see right now. I actually find a good spot to heal, but also take out the Gibby, which he's kind of like, oh crap, where did this come from? Always use the positioning and places available in the right manner, which kind of gives you guys the upside in winning that one-on-one match. So I'm obviously taking damage from the constant gas, but I do decide to heal at the same time to replenish my health. But I do get on top of this kind of bookshelf area and cover, and then I do take out Gibby as he comes into the room while he's trying to blow out these fences. And bam, done, taken out. Tip number 13 is obviously knowing how to use your weapons. I am using a flatline and a peacekeeper. In this situation, you're going to see I get about 3 kills, which gets me to that 8, and I do become the kill leader. Just know that, obviously the fences will only take you to a certain point, and then it becomes how do you actually win these matches, 1-on-1, 2-on-1s, 3-on-1s, and take these enemies out. Luckily, I had these 2 weapons, which are one of my favorites, and just knowing how to switch to the next gun, even though you can't reload. Because if I decided to reload with my flatline, I'm pretty sure I would have died in this scene that I'm about to show. So here I go. I am going to get my 6th kill right now. As you guys will see right now, I do take out this enemy, and then I have my peacekeeper out, take out this one, and now I'm trying to blow them out. But obviously it's not the smart move because I do see Gibby coming in right now. But obviously I have my peacekeeper fully loaded, and bam, taken out. So there I go. Kill leader, 8 kills. So tip number 14 is just kind of giving you guys an overview of how to use Wattson. Again, making sure you know her abilities, how to use them appropriately, but also, putting yourself in close game situations, especially if you're in a room, to block all areas. You can get really creative with her placements that kind of create zigzags and complexity, but my thing is going over the basics of just covering entry points. That way you guys hold the fort, and then also place the ultimate so that you can recharge your fences and place them again if they do get taken down, but also give your teammates access to that recharge of shield. But in this gameplay, I know for a fact at the end, the video does stop because my computer kind of freezes. well, it freezes actually. But I do take down an enemy, but I do lose the game. But overall, I got a 2K badge from this gameplay. I got 8 kills. I was feeling like I was on fire. And I think if I actually had my teammates still alive with me, and even my other teammate, we would have won this game easily. But again, you're going to see right now when we go into that room where I'm pointing at right now, I create that same kind of atmosphere of blocking the entry points. That way, if my teammate was inside, I could have rezzed him. Whereas you'll see he's actually at the bottom, which is open. And I don't decide to do that in terms of rezzing him because obviously I would have been taken down. But I get taken down regardless. But again, I do like Wattson. Overall, she's a great character. I think she's one of my favorites. I would say top 3, top 4. But yeah, just use her. She is a great player to be a team player, whether it's ranked or public matches. And, I would say give her a couple of matches before you actually get into the groove of things, of actually knowing how to use her. But again, guys, I appreciate you guys' time. I will be creating more videos for other characters, but also Wattson, and build up the content for her. And like I mentioned earlier, if you guys haven't done so, please subscribe, like, comment below, and I'll catch you guys on the next video. Later.